Yes. Let's make that happen. We're going to need steel smelting first, of course. Let's get that on the go. Basic desalination isn't a terrible option. It really actually isn't a bad option for us. It would give us water, brine. We could just dump the brine. A little bit of exhaust. But plenty of water for the colony forever. That isn't a bad choice. So I'll pick that one up too. Okay. Remind me to try and pick up the efficiency for deconstruction before I break all of that down. We need some more vehicles. At least 1, 2. There we are. They are making their way through that coal a little bit faster than I would like. However, we are probably not far away from... Yeah. This excavator is doing an amazing job down here. Tree chopper has done a fairly good job as well. Okay. Right. What? Is Leafin meant to not remember something? Did I tell Leafin not to remember something? Oh, right, yes. Yes, that's right. I did tell you to remember something, and thus, of course, you're not going to remember. You scallywag. With help like these, with like this, chat. Help like this. The shipyard is overloaded with cargo. Well, then empty it. But this should keep full. Additionally, oh, actually, let's go and have a make sure that that's all set up. Yeah, it is good. Let's unpause these and that. Let's get that one done first. There we go. And inputs, I want potatoes and veggies. And with that, let's break all of those down. I want vegetables and taters. And from here, I would like loose and flat. Yep. I will build a ramp across them. Oh, please tell me I've got enough room for that. I should have checked first, really, when I think about it. Yes, we do. Perfect. Oh. What? Chat. Apparently... they all starved. This game sometimes. Alright. Let's load... well, that certainly woke me up. But it had a wonderful flywheel. The food was there. I don't know what these people want. Food? They need food? I mean, they had food. The food was there. Instant starvation. Everyone died because the buildings with the food in were designated to be deconstructed, and regulations state that the moment a building is slated for demolitions, whether there have any explosives being provided, whether the scaffolding is up, whether any truck has made a journey to this location to start taking away critical infrastructure. No one enters that building. Doesn't matter if it's pregnant with taters and veggies and the entire population is slowly succumbing to starvation. Doesn't matter. They had 99 months of food supply after they all starved. Yep. Taters, precious indeed. So in other words, first make a second building for the food storage, then demolish a food storage. Apparently, yes. Apparently that is a of dire importance. And I did not properly appreciate this. Duly noted. Alright. Once more unto the breach, dear friends. That was kind of funny, though, I've got to be honest. Quick deliver taters, veggies. Taters, keep full. Veggies, keep full. High priority. Because we wouldn't want to starve now, would we? I swear. Right. Turn that off. There we go. Now, let us do these one at a time. Nope. See, that's a lovely food market right there. Instead of this one, which is very, very specific. We can upgrade you. Oh, apparently we can't upgrade you. That's not happening. I don't have the unity for it, it seems. It would be grand if you would, like, I don't know, empty this first. There we go. What? Did you just break up all of the taters? I think they did. Wow. Impressed. Actually impressed. My lord. That was an awful lot of taters to pick up like that. There we go. I could quick remove now, so I will. And then next, we're going to demolish you. There we go, and I'll just allow you to get rid of that as you can. Once that's gone, actually, now, while it's going, just pop that there. There we go. Sorted. No one starved. Almost like they didn't have to the first time. Next time I want food riots, where they storm any building that has food and plunder the contents. I would have been okay with that. It would have annoyed me that I suffered food riots when I was willing to give them the food, but at the same time, them not all just like starving to death would have been preferable. Oh well. Right. Keep empty. Also, keep fuel. Also down here, keep empty from now on. There we are. Jobs are good. Right. So, cannot unload all of its cargo because there's just way too much stuff there. Fair enough. Evidently, I need to get some additional... You know what? Imports on. I'm going to allow them to import the impure... Let's make that a high priority too. I'm going to allow them to export the... or rather import the impure copper. Then over here, I'm going to allow this to import the plastic. Sorted. Nice. It's still overloaded with cargo. What the heck? Actually, kind of impressed. Well, now I no longer need this to be accepting imports, so let's turn that off. Crude oil resource is running low, that is true. I would very much like all of this crude oil to be unloaded. Oh, stupid one's cement. Okay, so one thing I can do, upgrade this. There we go. That should allow them to very rapidly remove these. Allow import on there. Also upgrade that. Just in case I needed it. Hopefully, some trucks will be over here to pick some stuff up. There we go. There we are, starting to get the crude oil in there now. Perfect. That's what we needed to see. I've got some vehicle parts. I guess I should mark those to be imported as well. I don't really want that to be massively upgraded, but I will, just so I can get the stuff out of there. Alright. That works for now. Okay. So, with this, we now have a decent amount of power being produced down here. We're working on steel smelting. I could expand that out, but I kind of want more workers, honestly. We already have everything I need over here, so sure. Let's set that up. I will quick deliver there. I'll priority this. How much are we using? Of our 1.2k, we are using 391. That tells me that we absolutely could, if we want to, slap down a transformer. The nice thing about these is that they will do their job from any distance. So if I just pop it there, that's just going to give them power. Straight up like that. Be very, very much appreciated. Okay. Has Captain of Industry got an update? Yes, this is the early access now instead of beta. There's a lot of new content. All the way up to the space rocket can now be built, researched and built, which is huge. Right, now with that, now that they've got both of this, our Unity bonus is awesome. There we are. We're up to 1.1 per month now. Granted that it's going to put a little bit more strain on our power generation, but I think that should overall be okay. Right, they are unable to get rid of their fuel fast enough, which is an odd problem to have, frankly. Very well. We are going to upgrade that. Not that it really is what we want. We kind of need that to be collected more than just being able to store more, but I'm also going to prioritize this being upgraded, as I do really want to have a large amount of storage for my backup generators. Right. Now, chat, we've been streaming for so long. And I'm having so much fun. This is the problem with this game. This is why I end up recording for like 4 hours per episode on YouTube. It's too easy. The game is too good. Too much fuel. Send your excavators further. This is RTS logic. Aha! You've got too much economy. That means you're not building enough. Get more tanks. Which, I mean, you know, kind of makes sense, actually. Still. Let's make sure that that is prioritized, please, and thank you. What on earth are you all doing? What? No. Where are you collecting that from? You better not be taking it out of this. Oh no, you're collecting the crude oil. Never mind, never mind. It's okay. I understand now. Fair, fair. Yes, I agree. It's just, it was odd that you were doing it that way. Odd enough that I don't want you doing it that way. No more shenanigans. None. I am putting a halt on shenanigans. This is not where you access fuel from. Tunk. It's silly that I had to do this, but here we are. Actually, I should have probably moved it 2 tiles back. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now quick deliver. That'll look better, I think. I mean, it's ridiculous that I have to do it at all, but here we are. Perfect. Okay, that's nice. I could put some trees down, maybe some decorative flowers. Maybe some, you know, carnivorous flowers to make sure that the truck drivers get the message properly. Some poisonous, billowing disease flowers. Some angry ants. I could plant a bunch of hyper-aggressive dryads. Right, no more. We are good. What I would like, though, is now let's get a bunch of you over here. That'll do. All right. How's this resource going? They are almost out. Very, very nearly out. Before that happens, I would very much like to get... There, we've got more than enough room for pops now. So, let's get this active. Unpause that. I am going to unpause these. And we are going to start work on a refinery, finally. Now, the beautiful thing about the refinery is that it simply follows from basic to, distillation stage 2, distillation stage 3. It's that simple. Bump, bump, and then you can go into a chemical plant if you have one for naphtha production. We don't yet, which is interesting. Yeah, we don't have naphtha production. Sulfur processing? What am I missing? Naphtha processing, there we go. So distillation stage 3 gives us naphtha and fuel gas. So it's actually quite... Wow, they've moved that around. They've moved that around a lot. Wow. That is a big, big change. Fair enough, though. But, yikes. So, I'm going to ultimately want this built such that I can have it mirrored. Each stage flows into the next. Pretty conveniently, like so. Oh, I don't think they could do that before. I don't think they could just connect. That is glorious. We're going to just have one to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. It is going to be a thing of absolute beauty. The rubber maker, we've already got that set up. We're going to want fuel. I'm going to want this to drain out pretty quickly. Then I'm going to want a pipe balancer to take the contents of this and spread it between the two separate distilleries. Now, each one of these at maximum can take just shy of a single pipe's worth. So that's fine. So we can do something like this. Yep. Now, in terms of fuel, I'm going to want to prioritize fuel going back here. Because should fuel ever not get in there, then we are in a very bad situation, since that's how we get fuel. So something like that will do. And I'm going to want these to come out and down. Actually, we're going to probably want that more along here. Oh my lord, having this grid is so much better. These each produce 36 diesel per... Ooh. Well, both of them entering here is more than a single pipe can take, but that's fine. And then we're going to want some chunky storage options. There, one there, one there. Now, both of them combined will eventually, would slightly over fill a single pipe. So I do need to allow for this to take from it, but I will give priority to this side. And in fact, I'm going to say, let's get rid of that, and we will use a pipe 2 for that. There we are, out priority. Now, as for the heavy oil, we don't have anything to do with that yet. Well, actually, no, we could use that in the boiler. That would require 24 every 60 seconds. How much are we outputting here? 6, well, that's only 12. Granted, I could have light oil again until I have something to do with it. That would work. And this is producing 12 every 60 seconds. So it's just a little bit shy. But between two of these, I would be able to run the whole facility. Once it was up and running, it would be able to sustain itself. So... And since the steam line was probably going to want to be somewhere around here, let's pop this there. This one here. And then we would want a coal boiler to start the system. Actually, let me just nix these. I want the water on the other side. Yeah. We'll get the smokestacks. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Also, let me just double check. That isn't gonna... That produces 60, 48, and 36. And this can get rid of 60. So that will work, but it is basically at its maximum now. I'd like the heavy oil used first, if possible. So designate that only for heavy. This one will be the light oil. Eventually it'll be naphtha and fuel gas, but for now that's what it's going to have to be. And I am going to want a couple of pipe balancers. One here. One there and one there. Actually, no, we don't need that one. The reason why we've got these pipe balancers, let me just double check, yeah, that's enough for a single pipe to work with, is we want these to go in like so. Like that. I want this one to prioritize taking from this instead of the coal burning boiler. So light oil. This one should take priority from this, the heavy oil burning boiler. And then finally, they will output... that's 9, that's 6. Yeah, that's easily below 60 in total. Then... it's a little bit ugly. How about... Come out there. Tunk. All the way across. I would say... Sure, we'll get to there. Out and down. Down. Same on each side. And then I need to do something with the sour water. Oh, new refugees. Fantastic. It took a while. Let's turn that off, because honestly I'm just wasting power on it. Next we want sour water. Where is the... they're actually doing a reasonably good job over here. Let's go for... Liquid dump. Can I squeak one in here? Almost. Yes, I can. Glorious. I can just live there. This is purely for sour water. And for this, again, we're not going to be outputting enough every 60 seconds for it to be more than 60. So I'll just bring this out. On the lowest level, straight up and across. And that is the entire facility complete. This will be a reasonably good setup, honestly. Now, it's going to cost us a lot of stuff to do, but that's just the way it's going to be, unfortunately. Let's start with everything down here. All of the pipes, if we can. All of the pipes, if we can. And that. We'll get to all of these in a moment. It's just the pipes and the storages will be relatively cheap to make. Now, I do still need to create the loads for these. and the pipes leading down to them. But I'm going to wait to finish these first. Well, generally speaking, they do seem to be able to reach across, but we'll see. Regardless, though, I do want a little ramp over here to facilitate that, just in case I need to, for any reason. There we go. Such as that. In fact, I will quick deliver there. Alright, that's going to take us a while to get it all done. Chat. Yeah, the grid is newly implemented, yeah. Hey, Avocado Witchnits, how you doing? Can you just deliver a truckload of steam? No. Sadly, unlike in Factorio, I actually deliver steam in Factorio. Sometimes when the Dapplings have had a Factorio server, I created like a little fire-based design that I would use, and would regularly send like all of the materials would be sent out. There would be ammo, a couple of repair materials just to rebuild walls and replace lasers and that sort of stuff. But the power was always steam turbines. But I just had a massive steam train that went from the main base, which had the boilers, and filled the train with steam, and it just carried the steam down to where they needed to be, and just dropped it off, and then it just ran the steam turbines. It was great. Good times. I did. I made a steam train that was powered by nuclear fuel. Don't ask. It was glorious. It was the best thing ever. My glorious nuclear-powered steam train. Why? Why not, is my answer to that question. Those fire bases were great. They were full of artillery and lasers. It was good times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times, yeah. That train was fantastic as well. It was just this massive train. So many tanks on the end. It was fantastic. It felt like I was playing some sort of steampunk game. I guess I kind of was in a way. But I love steampunk as a genre. I absolutely adore it. Right, steel smelting is complete. I guess we're going to grab you, and then construction. And then we're going to get into water recovery. So little left. Also, how is the fuel over here? Oh, it's very much full. Okay, time for us to go then, I think. Unpause. Also unpause. And also unpause. And very much need this to be done. That will have diesel in it. Keep full. For now. That's the main way that we're going to get that done. Off you go! Bye, tiny little ship. They grow up so fast. High pressure steam as cargo on a train. Seems like a great idea. It was an amazing idea. I loved it. It reminded me of a Studio Ghibli anime where they had like steam cores. Like just impossible pressures of steam just locked inside something that looked like the Matrix of Leadership from Transformers. I loved the idea of that. And this ultra high pressure, like basically steam battery would be was used to like basically power a walking city. It was fantastic. I loved how ridiculous it was. I absolutely adore steampunk and solar punk for the same reason, because it's got a similar level of bonkersness. Hello, welcome back. It's very full of fuel. No exporting, please. Yeah, no exporting. We want all of this fuel to be filled up. Steamboat, yes. I'm a little disappointed, Aavak. has not opted for burying their pipes. I'm fairly sure why for scienced that ages ago, and it works. Oh no, it absolutely works, yeah. Why would I want to hide this? Why? Look at it. Look at the beautifulness of it. Why would you want to secret this away? My lord. Yeah, it's bringing the fuel from an oil rig, Leafin. How diabolical. Right, okay. Next up then, we need to finish off the pipeworks. Oh, no. We want to get these done first. One lane at a time, though. Let's go for this lane. Now, we will need two things over here. One would be a permanent storage of fuel there, a permanent storage of fuel here, and a permanent storage of water. Though I would prefer the water to be elsewhere. We want a solid storage of coal. We're not going to go for the large one, though. Don't need it. Ideally, this system will very quickly move away from using coal. So you are for water. Export off. Keep full. You are for light oil. Eventually, probably naphtha. You are for heavy oil. Realistically, actually, neither of these should be ever receiving any direct delivery. You're for coal. The coal will get precedence here for being on the ground because belts require much more finagling with their elevations. You're set up there. You're set up here. Water will go forward. Rise. Oh. Rise. Stop there. Stop there. Stop there. Move forward one and down. Move forward one and down. And move forward one and down. There we go. So unpause all of this. Go. They are very, very nearly empty now. What's happening here? Is this rock or... Yeah, it is rock. Good. Now, how many vehicles have I got available for assignment? No, we're good. I don't have any spare excavators was my worry. Cargo ship is low on fuel. It is, yes. It will get more fuel shortly. First, I have to build all of this up, and it is going to take me a bit of time. I'm going to speed things along a little bit, though. Wherever I can. I'm going to set that one up as a 5 for now, but realistically, it's probably not going to need it beyond that. This one does need to be... Actually, I'm going to put that on a 4. Once that one... If that one should ever run out, then it will grind the entire colony to a halt. Which would be bad news, bears. Goodbye. Finally, we're going to have a drop off for crude oil here. The reason why I'm setting this one up is because eventually I will be popping down oil wells over here. And I don't intend to do anything like any kind of processing on site. I just want the crude oil brought over and dropped off there. For the time being, that will... well, we'll be moving there, but for now, I don't think I need to worry about it too much. Welcome back. That's it. It won't be able to go out again, but we're going to have 2 cargo ships worth of fuel ready to use. I'm actually going to turn off the fuel collection there. It should be good. Now I just want them to focus on loading up all of this. Once this is up and running, we're in a remarkably good place after that. The big issue is the amount of workers we've got. We actually kind of need more. Don't really have the means for... ooh, power-wise. Not good. Why? Oh. Right. Well, that was getting on a 5. Makes sense. Painful, but it does make sense. I'm considering setting up a second pair, or maybe even a third. Let's pop you down. Those are not a super high priority, but we do kind of need to get them going. Because right now our steam generation is basically shut down because we lack water. Loads of water being delivered over here, which is fine, but we do need the water elsewhere. I'm indeed limiting their drive options. Fuel-wise over here, we're doing amazingly. This one needs to be topped up a bit, but otherwise we should be okay. But yeah, we are running low on power in a big way. Oh, they're doing well with expanding this area back here. Eventually, we will be decommissioning most of this into like a twice the kind of size as we got here. I imagine we're probably going to recreate the refinery area, not exactly because it was heavily based on the area that we had to work with in the beta Let's Play, but we'll probably be doing something similar. What are we lacking? Nothing, actually. It's just time, I think, more than anything. Alright, as I said, it is time for us to build that up. Now, I am fully aware that right now this is less useful simply because I don't have enough power to run it. But we will eventually, and that's what I'm setting it up for. I'm not actually going to unpause it. That being said, I will need to unpause that. And this. Just to make sure that materials get through. There we go. Right, there we go. Back up. Power is on again. Excellent. Right, well, with that, let's get this unpaused. I'm going to make these priority builds. And that as well. Since that's going to greatly improve my actual output of the tier 2 construction materials that I need. Because until everything is built here, it's not really going to work. It's kind of an atomic structure, really. You can sort of get a little ways with it, but it will eventually break down simply because it can't get rid of its byproducts.